Big True That, and this is the Late Bloomer Podcast. First and foremost, man, I just want to thank everybody who done subscribed to the page, who done brought that new traffic through. The channel was growing, and I had said once I got to 800 subscribers, I was going to hit y'all with some more Young Mob content. So, you know, I got to be a man of my word, but just want to give y'all a little backspin on Young Mob, right? Now, when I came into these Young Mob, now let me explain this shit to y'all. Let me explain it to you. Because it done been all type of different tactics and, you know, ways to how niggas were getting put down in the mob and did this and that. Now, listen. This is what I'm saying. In the beginning, like, I done seen certain niggas get put down, certain niggas fight, they to catch they 48. You know, they was just when they were trying to, you know, it was taking on, anyway, certain niggas had to fight to get into the mob, right? But really, if you from the beginning, when I showed that picture, man, wasn't no nigga fighting to get in the mob. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fought nobody to get in the mob. I ain't fought a soul. And a bunch of other niggas that the original niggas ain't fought a soul to get in the mob, right? I'm saying some of the niggas, like the first wave, when this shit first kicked off, the Nehemiah, Walker Home, my hood, my foundation, my era. Ain't no nigga fighting to get in the mob, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just was, if you was around and you claiming that shit, and it's, what's up, mob? You dig what I'm saying? So, I said that to say, I've never really been under the, who I'm up under in the mob. You know what I'm saying? For one, I'm older. I'm a few years older. I'm one of them niggas, I just went with the move. Ain't hiding behind no mob, man. I've been cool. I've been a cool ass nigga before the mob, during the mob, after the mob. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no juice. The mob ain't helped my campaign. You see what I'm saying? Far as shit. Cause if it did, I'd be out of here. You know what I'm saying? Everything that the mob done really got behind, like for real, if you think about it, they catapult this shit. So I missed my mob wave when I was locked up. Like for real. Then when I got out, you know, it is what it is. I just been doing me. So never have I tried to hide behind the mob. I am what I am. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to run that up and clear that, you know. So that's why, once again, man, I'm speaking on, this is the Big True That TV podcast. I'm speaking on the archives. You know what I'm saying? Not playing behind nobody, you know. I did do prison time. I was a young man when they took me off the streets. 23, still in college, still exploring the world. And then I went to prison to another form of college. And shit, I learned different ways in jail, and I picked up on new game. You know what I'm saying? And all of that to say goes about my credibility. Like, I heard another blogger, you know, he's saying I was quiet. And he was saying, you know, not boasting, but basically saying if you've been locked up and that's talk about, then you know what I'm saying, that ain't really nothing. Ain't all I talk about, is just part of what I done been through. And often when you in the streets and you wind up in the penitentiary. So I can only tell my side of shit from the streets to the pen. And if you're really in the streets, you know, sometimes the streets, shit from the streets fall back into the pen, and shit from the penitentiary spew into the streets. So it's always intertwined. So I'm just one of those niggas that always kept his ear to the streets, and I keep my ear to I ain't gonna say I keep my ear to what's going on in the penitentiary. I would be lying right there and there, but I always kept my ear to the streets when I was in the penitentiary. So now that I'm out, I just know game from both worlds. Cool. So we ain't gonna really touch bases on this shit no more, man. Alright. But we're gonna get into it. The gunman. The motherfucking gunman. We're gonna get into that story right now.
AC Crazy Hazel Nix, I told me, you gotta run up a check, my eyes a check. We gotta run up a check.
What I forgot to tell y'all, the reason AC stuck out like a sore thumb and he was mistaken at the Crystal Palace skate ring is because earlier in the Crystal Palace skate ring, AC had punched the motherfucking security guard. He had popped it off in the security guard. So the security guard had the last impression of AC punching on him. So that's what led him thinking that AC was the one that shot outside of Crystal Palace. Alright, so I'm on the train. I'm in the penitentiary. I'm at West High. Let me see. I think I was in West High, which is in Tennessee, on my way going to Northeast Penitentiary, which is Northeast Penitentiary is up in the mountains. It's close to North Carolina and close to Virginia. So if you're in Memphis, Memphis is furthest west Tennessee as you can go. And Johnson City, Kingsport, like up in that little area, that's farthest east Tennessee as you can go. You up in the mountains, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, you up in the mountains. So that's where I ended up getting out of the penitentiary. So, doing it, I want to say I had a bad toothache. I'm talking about I had a bad toothache and I had to get that bitch pulled. I'm talking about like for real. So, in saying that, I was on my way to Northeast. I didn't, excuse me, I didn't have no medicine, man. My antibiotics was up under the bus. We chained up and we riding that motherfucker on up there. So, we ride, I get transported to another van. This van here is gonna take me to special needs. Special needs is this prison facility in Nashville. It's basically niggas like going up there to the dentist because you go to the college and you know what I'm saying, you get to seeing them little pretty women working on your teeth, the dentists, the doctors and all that old shit. So niggas be trying to go to special needs just to get out of the penitentiary and just be in downtown Nashville, right? Okay. So I'm riding the bus, I'm chopping it up. I'm in there with this old school nigga. I can't think of his name. I know he used to rap. I think bruh said he was from Nashville, but okay, so check it out. We riding the bus, we chopping it up. He telling me where he from. Yeah, he from Nashville. He telling me where he from. I'm telling him where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like I always do. Telling him where I'm from. I get to speaking on some Memphis politics. And, you know, of course, when you speak on Memphis and you on that train, you chopping it up, you know, niggas get to just shooting the shit. So here it is. I bring up Young Mob. Cause you know, niggas always want to know when they on that train what they sit next to, what you claim, did this and that. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'm Young Mob, bro. And he busts out and say, man, hold up. You say you Young Mob. Man, I just left my celly. And man, my celly said, if a nigga Young Mob, then they supposed to know who he is. He said he one of them main guys, he one of them top men. Like, for real, for real. So at that point, he had piqued my interest, intrigued me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a man to be speaking like that and to be, you know what I'm saying, he got to really be one of them niggas. And it's only one of those. It's only so many that's one of them men, you know what I'm saying, that really have an impeccable stigma about himself as far as he's held in high regards. He's an outstanding member, you know what I'm saying, from the streets to the pen. And, you know, there would be none other than AC, aka the gunman. You ask me how you get that name. Well, that motherfucker is self-explanatory. Okay, we finna take it back. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When I first ran into AC, man, I was intrigued by AC. Little skinny nigga, kinda tall. But one thing I can say, see, just not to boast, to brag, but just being around some of these young niggas, AC was one of them ones that stood out. You know, walk home, baby. And he always lived up to the hype. You know, one of them niggas who will fight. He had heart. You know what I'm saying? I done seen AC on numerous occasions displaying the readiness to assert himself in street activities, you know? So on this particular occasion, I'm talking to King Ash Star. This just something from the archives. I'm talking to King Ash Star, and I want to say this had to be, remember I was telling you about that that little walker home beef, that we got into, that chose the Dukes and the Lil Kennys and the OG Boodirties and the ACs, and you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, chose them to say, you know what, we fucking with the Nehemiah, because the Nehemiah is really the, you know what, the Young Mob shit really kicked off at. We fucking with the Nehemiah, man. This was around them times. It was around the major stack times, you know, all of this shit. You know, it was around that time, around the major stack times. Or it might have been, hold on. It might have been more so around the major stack times. I put it like that. Because see, if that shit happened in the early 2000s, the major stack shit was towards the latter part of the 2000s, before I went to prison. Yeah. So, somewhat in between, okay? But I remember distinctively, AC used to walk around with a shirt on, man. And at the back of that motherfucker, it used to say, the gunman. And when I actually realized that he was living up to that name, I used to be so worried about my nigga, though. Like, so worried about me being older, like I'm saying, man. And growing up around a lot of these guys, man, I really do have a love for these men. You know what I'm saying? A brotherly love, no hate, none of that shit, because I have no reason to hate. I was already me. You know, you can't see me in real life, and, you know, I ain't left out on shit from my own campaign. I don't have to fit in or be around nobody. Truth gonna figure out a way. If I was to get around these niggas right now, man, it's the beat. You see what I'm saying? Don't leave me out. So my whole motto, man, I'm me. I'm gonna live up to my own name. So, like I said, when you get around me, then a nigga gonna know at the end of the day, from the top to the bottom, Truth got something going on. So, all right. So, me and start talking, we politicking. I think I fucked around and had some issues, you know what I'm saying, with somebody. And me and Star was just politicking. And AC really didn't hear the conversation. And the first thing came out this man's mouth was, please let me shoot him, Truth. Please let me shoot him. I bust out laughing by hell. Nah, we straight, bro. We straight. I just felt like, that shit that was just so, it was scary, but at the same time, it was like, what you call it, nostalgic, like damn, you got niggas around you on go, like, you know what I'm saying, on go mode. Like, for real, this young man is begging to shoot the shit out of someone. And here it is. I've never just really been under the send out tutelage. I'm always been under the each one teach one factor. Like, none of my partners, none of my little men, my little homeboys that I grew up around and who I done influenced personally, I ain't never sent them out. I ain't never really been on that type of time. Just for real. So, after that, please let me do it. I was like, man, this young nigga here dangerous. So, over time, you hear little shit about AC, you hear about him where he ain't bullshit. But here's an incident where, let's take it back to the prison conversation. He said me, AC, yeah, he one of them men. He one of them men, man. AC definitely one of them men. And he was what you would call in the streets the first 8. Yeah, we ain't got into that business yet. Everybody want to know who started the mob and what the mob come about. But, he one of them Johns what you would call the first 8. And if you know anything about the first 8, all right. So here it is. You got AC. You got AC. He done told his silly, basically, why he was locked up. You know what I'm saying? He done told his silly what he did, what happened, and I break down to his silly, man. And matter of fact, I was there. So this is a situation where your name actually precedes you and could wind you up in trouble. All right, we get a call. Once again, we're in the neighborhood during those days, man. Like I said, the Nehemiah and Walker home, they had joint custody where the mob used to have their politics at. So me and Star, it's definitely major stack days when this AC shit happened, and he was like, please let me shoot him, but this was not too long after that. And Star had that burgundy truck. Okay, so we get a call. It's going down to the Crystal Palace skate ring. Anybody know about Memphis? The Crystal Palace skate ring is in Walker home, off of 3rd Street. That's where they shot scenes for Hustle and Flow at. Various, that's a landmark here in Memphis, though. Crystal Palace skate ring is a landmark here in Memphis. That bitch would get the popping, though, and they used to fights every other weekend growing up, though. Like, for real. So, this one particular night, it's going down at the Crystal Palace skate ring. Me, Star, I want to say it was me, Star, it might have been OG Boo Dirty. We shoot up to the Crystal Palace skate ring. We shoot up to the Crystal Palace skate ring. Star get out the car. AC get out. Now Star get out the car. Boo Dirty get out the car. I stayed in the car. As I'm finna get nowhere, I didn't stay in the car. As I'm finna get ready to get out the car, I see AC in the car. AC was driving. At this time, Boo Dirty used to have a Lincoln on like some 28s. So AC and Boo Dirty might have been with each other. I see AC sitting in the car, or about to. I'm just trying to be as accurate as I can. He might have been halfway in the car, halfway outside of the car, but he was ready to sit down for sure. and I was finna get ready to get out of the car. So it's basically like we was doing the same motion. I'm getting out, but he getting in. And all of a sudden, I see a little bitty ass nigga with a hat cocked deep to the left like this, on his head like this, with a big ass t-shirt on, 2 t-shirts on. He had on a black t-shirt, and he had on a white t-shirt on under the black t-shirt, but the white t-shirt sleeves were longer than the black one, right? All of a sudden I see, foul, 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 foul. He shoot out about 3-4 times. As he shoot out about 3-4, he get back in the car. We get back in the car. I see AC. No, I don't know. Sorry. As he shoot off about 3-4 times, he get in 2 times. We get back in the car. AC, I see AC get back in the car for a boom, close the door. Boo might have got in the car. At this point in time, we getting the fuck out of there, right? So, the nigga who did the shooting might have got in the car with AC. I think he got with AC. Long story short, we shoot to South Memphis. Everybody used to shoot to South Memphis. In South Memphis, you got this street called you got Cambridge that it runs for what's that? Lauderdale, or is that Cambridge, yeah, I think that's Lauderdale or Macklemore, and at the other end of Cambridge that runs off of Wellington. Well,